done my HSC from Nagpur in 2017 and BSc from Nagpur University in 2023. I done MBA from Bharatiya Vidyapeeth. That's my education.
Okay, and regarding testing part, so let's start with the manual testing. So I just want to know that what all things that you have learned till now for regarding testing.
Currently I'm working in quality kiosk technology from last 1 year, where we have to at least 6 to 7 months I done testing in various application related to banking domain, where we have to execute the test cases and prepare a defect report. Now I'm working in a Kotak APM team, where we have to monitor various application or database and direct inform to the client.
Okay, great. So if we talk about the testing, so which kind of project you have worked on?
I'm working in banking domain.
Banking domain.
Yes.
Okay. So in manual testing, how do you test a website whenever a website comes to you? So what are the things that you start with initially?
Like website come, first we have to they give us a test plan or something that we have to test positive or negative scenario are mentioned there. After that we perform testing.
Okay, so tell me, what are the user stories there in the testing?
What?
User story. What is a user story?
User story means I can't understand.
What is a user story? Like, tell me the definition of user story that is assigned to you by the manager.
Like we have to execute the test cases, and after that we create a defect report, and that defect report is communicated to the developer team.
Okay. So what is smoke testing?
Smoke testing, in which we perform testing at the early stage of the software when we then developer give it to us, and it is not end-to-end testing is performed in that testing.
Okay, so what is the difference between smoke and sanity?
So sanity testing is performed at the time of release of software, and smoke testing is at the early stage of the software, where both the testing we don't test at end-to-end functionality, only we check the software.
Okay. So what are the techniques you use in testing?
Like regression testing?
No, these are the types of testing techniques, methods that are used in testing.
Black box testing or white box testing?
Yes, in black box testing. Are you aware about equivalence partitioning?
What?
Equivalence partitioning?
No.
Okay. So what are the type of test cases that you generally prepare? Various types of test cases.
Means our manager is prepare test cases, we have to only execute them and prepare a defect report. Test cases are already prepared in our case.
Okay. So can you please give me some test cases of login? When you try to log into the website, there's a user ID and password field there.
Yes.
So what will be the test cases that you have to perform?
Okay. First we have internet connected properly, and after that first positive is we enter username and password and click on login. It's login. The page is open. It is a positive scenario. And negative is we enter a password and enter username, but password is wrong. It is negative scenario. And second, we enter a password and username, but the username is wrong. We can't log in. That is negative scenario.
Okay.
And sometimes login button is not working. That is also counting a negative scenario.
Okay. So which bug tracking tool you use for logging of defect? For logging defects, which bug tracking tool you use? Zira, Mente? Bugzilla, which tool? Do you log the
We are done
defects?
manually. We are written in a defect report. In a Excel sheet. No tool
No,
is using there.
no tool is used. Okay,
All
okay.
manually
So,
done.
what are the format of test cases you prepare?
What?
For format of test cases that you prepare, how do you
Uh,
prepare Excel sheet?
First, we write that uh, actual result, expected result, and what
Hmm.
we defect is found. Like this format, we use the Excel sheet.
Can you please explain again?
In Excel sheet, we prepare the actual result. We know the actual result, expected result, and what
Hmm.
result we got. In that,
Okay.
found that defect report and
Okay.
found that defect report.
Okay. So there are certain other fields also in Excel sheet that you have to prepare, like priority of the defect, severity of the defect, steps to be reproduced in Excel sheet. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So your format needs to be corrected here. Like you have to enter more fields in the format for preparation of test cases. Okay, so do you know about bug life cycle?
Bug life cycle, yes.
Okay, so can you please tell me what are the states in bug life cycle? Various
Yes.
stages.
First, we perform testing. We found bug. First, we check that bug is old or new. If that bug is new, then we open that bug, uh, assign to the person the bug is, and after that bug fix that bug and retested. Retesting is done. We have that result. If bug is resolved or not, then it will. If bug is resolved, then it will close, and if it's not resolved, we will reopen, reassign, and that testing is done.
Okay, so what is a deferred bug?
What?
What is a deferred bug? Deferred.
uh, Deferred bug. 1 second. uh, Deferred bug.
Okay, no worries. Do you know what is a latent defect? Why
What?
latent?
Latent?
Yes.
No, sorry, I don't know.
Okay. So, which methodology do you use in your projects? Which model?
Like what?
Which model, testing model you use?
Regression testing.
No, agile model or waterfall model. Which model?
Multi-waterfall model.
Waterfall. Okay.
Yes.
So, in waterfall model, what are the various stages?
Waterfall or multi-waterfall, you are asking?
Waterfall.
In waterfall models, we perform testing in step by step.
Hmm.
Like only after completion of first step, we can't go to the next step. We can't go to the previous step also. We perform. It is a lengthy method also, and time consuming also, and no requirements are get we in middle of the testing.
So, do you know about agile methodology?
Yes, I
Agile.
know we can't perform that agile.
Okay. So, what is agile model?
In agile model, repetitive requirements are we can take in every stage. We can take the requirements from the client and perform testing.
Okay, good. So, in agile model, do you know about the sprint? What is a sprint?
What?
What is a sprint?
Sprint?
Hmm.
No, sir. Only I basic know about agile
Okay.
model because we can't perform agile testing.
No problem. So in manual testing, so have you worked on mobile applications also, testing mobile applications?
No mobile applications.
Okay. So in software testing itself, can you please tell me in like what is traceability metrics?
What?
traceability metrics.
Traceability metrics.
Okay. What is the test plan?
Test plan is where we plan all the testing material, like what execution is need, what resources we need, which resources we have to execute, when we have to execute, all this plan in the test plan of the software.
Okay. So whenever you start testing in website, any website, so what are the things, like what are the basic things you check first in any website?
Like their format is well or not, they are presenting well or not, their color and their text format, and that website is looking good or working properly or not.
Okay. So you mean to say, but it is a UI testing, huh?
Yes.
Okay. So what is performance? Have you checked on performance also? Performance of the website? How?
Yes. How many time it takes to load any, if we check the home page or if we click another page, then how many time it takes to load that page. That also we have to check.
Okay. So in functionality testing, suppose you have you have been given a certain, like, test cases. You have to write a test cases on a pen. Okay? Pen. Yeah. So I just want to know, on pen, what are the UI test cases you will write?
Pen is working properly or not.
This is a functionality test case.
Yes.
UI test cases.
That cap is there or not. It is, if we want blue color, it is blue color, pen is not. That we check. And which brand we want, that brand is mentioned there or not. That all.
Okay. So how will you check the performance test case for a pen?
It is working properly or not. It is writing smoothly. Ink is out properly when we are writing is, and if we buy a blue color pen, ink is blue or not if we write from that pen.
Okay. So do you know STLC?
Yes.
What is STLC?
Software testing life cycle.
What are the phases of STLC?
There are 6 phases. First is test planning and test control, test design, or third is test implementation or test design. Fourth is evaluation of exit criteria. Fifth is test closure activity.
Okay. So what is U8?
What?
U8. U8. U8 test case. What is U8?
U8. I don't know.
User acceptance testing.
User acceptance testing.
Yeah. So what is user acceptance testing?
In this testing, we test the software in presence of client. There are 2 types of testing, alpha or beta. In alpha testing, we perform the we test the software in presence of client in work environment, and in beta testing, we test the software in client's environment in presence of client.
Okay. And have you ever worked on SQL database?
SQL database, no.
Okay. Do you know any of the SQL queries? Don't you know? Basic SQL queries.
DDL, DML.
Yes.
We don't work, but I know basic. The data query.
Okay, what is DDL and what is DML?
DDL means data definition language, data query language, DQL.
And what is DML?
Data manipulation language.
Okay. So what are the other queries that come under DDL?
Data query language, data language. I can't remember properly.
Right. Okay. Can you please tell me any of the query, like when you have to fetch all the records in a database. So which query will be used?
Recode.
When you have to get the records in a database, all
Select.
the records. Okay. So suppose there is a employee table and you have to find all the various contents of the employee like age, name, ID, salary. So what will be the query for that?
If age and select star.
Select star from
For employee. From
okay.
that employee ID or from that employee
Okay.
table.
Okay. And if you want to insert a record in a employee table, then what will be the query?
Insert.
Can you please tell me the query?
If we have to insert the query, insert into or insert into.
Then
insert into table name or table which column we have to mention.
okay. Insert into table name, then values. You have to pass
Insert
values.
and in bracket we have to take the table name and values and how many values we have to value 1, 2, 3, 4, etc.
Okay, fine. So you have to learn, like you don't have worked on SQL database.
No. I have only basic knowledge of that.
Okay, fine. So in manual testing, if you come again to the basic testing of the web application, so how do you compare various other types of testing like browser compatibility testing? What is compatibility testing?
That is compatible for us or not for the use. Like you are asking that, no? That
Yes.
browser is compatible for us as we are working that browser.
So how do you test the compatibility of the website?
That is working properly or not for the user.
No. In compatibility testing, you have to check in the various browsers.
Yes, that is compatible in desktop, like a different operating system. That is browser is working properly or not. We have to check in compatibility testing.
Okay. So suppose you have, can you please tell me the difference between the priority and the severity of the defect?
What priority Ani?
And severity of bug.
Priority means if that bug is affected to the business of the business is called high priority, and low priority is affected to the software. It is low severity.
No. Tell me the definition of priority and severity.
Priority means we have to 1 second. In priority, we have to the bug is affected to the business is called priority. And severity means if bug is affected to the application, it's called severity.
Functionality. Okay. So give me an example of high priority and high severity defect.
High priority and high severity. Like if we are using PhonePe and pay button is not working, means it is high priority. And if check balance balance checking option is not working, means low severity.
A balance checking option is not working, so it is a low severity. But now, so the balance check is it a low severity defect?
1 second. I'm little bit confused.
Okay, so let me give an example like high priority and high severity. Whenever you try to log into any website, suppose sign in button is not working. So this is a blocker bug like high priority and high severity. Okay.
Yes.
Now, if you talk about like low priority and low severity bugs, so can you give me example of low priority and low severity bugs?
Low priority means those defects can find. Low priority means it can fix in after release of the software also, means low priority. An
Okay.
example of low priority is if one website is not working and refreshing option, like we have to refresh the website, that is not working, means low severity.
Okay. Fine. So in testing of any of the application, suppose you have 100 test cases. Okay. And 100 test cases are there, but you have only time of 2 days to execute because build is going to deploy to the server. So how will you plan to test those 100 test cases in a short time?
We have to separate them in terms of priority or severity.
Okay, so where do you separate them in priority and severity? In which document?
Like?
Where do you separate them?
In priority or severity, like high priority, high severity, like this. You have to separate them.
Okay, after separating, what will you do? So you will test. Yes.
After that, we first execute the high severity or high priority cases.
Okay. So, what is the definition of a test case?
Test cases.
Yes. Test case.
Different stages of the performing tests, executing test cases, executing the software. There are steps mentioned in the test cases.
Okay. And what is verification and what is validation?
In verification is also called as status testing. It is also called as quality assurance. In verification technique, we can find the bug and location of the bug, and finding bug and fixing bug is cost is high, and we can execute. We can by reading manually we can execute the verification, and in validation it is dynamic testing. Quality control activities performed there. Finding bugs. In verification we can find only bug, not the location of the bug, and finding and fixing bug cost is less, and by executing the test cases we can perform validation.
Okay, so what is the difference between QA and QC?
QA
and QC.
Quality assurance and quality control.
Yes.
Quality assurance, we go through whole process, and in quality control we done in quality control we in quality assurance we go through the steps, and in quality control we prevent the defects.
Okay, fine. So fine, I'm done with the interview. And yeah, So at last, I just want to give a feedback to you regarding the interview, that you just firstly try to focus on SQL database. There
Okay.
are certain things in the SQL, like SQL queries. Just install a database, Oracle, SQL Server in your system, and then prepare basic SQL queries like insert, update, delete, okay, truncate, all that. You have to run those basic SQL queries. And
Okay.
second, you have to learn the preparation of test cases, let how test cases needs to be prepared. Like
Okay.
suppose a client gives you any requirement that this is a functionality, huh? So you have to prepare a once in Excel sheet a format, that proper format should be there. Like first thing, that test case ID is there, then we have a priority of the defect, severity of the defect should be there, then steps to reproduce, okay, then expected result, and then actual result. This type of format should be used in Excel sheet, okay.
Okay.
Then this test cases, you have to focus on this, and then you should learn basic agile methodology, that what are the definition of contents in the agile methodology that are used. There are various terms in agile like sprint, okay, like retrospective meetings, like various type of agile meetings are there, various ceremonies are there. You have to learn about various agile meetings and what are the things that are included in agile methodology, okay.
Okay.
And besides that, you should learn other things as well, like there are certain type of testings, like you have to learn about like monkey testing, gorilla testing, and other type of testing, and the terms that are used in testing, like traceability metrics. What is traceability metrics? You should also be able to make the traceability metrics document, okay. You have
Okay.
to learn traceability metrics, test plan document, and other basic
SQL.
terminologies in the software testing, okay. And start taking some examples of like functionalities. Just go through the website and start preparing some, practicing some test cases, like how to prepare positive test cases, negative test cases, UI test cases, performance test cases, okay. So all these things will make you a better tester,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, so that is all,
Okay, sir.
okay. Yeah,
Thank
okay, thanks for the time.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye.